Norway. Norway, very far. 3 flights. 3 flights to get to Norway in this day and age. Unbelievable.
I like to move real close after waking up, mesmerized by your breathing, how you're holding up. Remember the day we first met and
That was flight 1 of 3, Newcastle to Amsterdam. Next stop is Oslo, I think.
the love we found, dancing in the darkness. I won't let you run. In your arms, I can't get close enough. When you're around, I get butterflies that never stop. And I know that you're the only one.
That was flight number 2, Amsterdam to Oslo.
By the phone, I miss you, but this time I know the feeling. You want me, and I'm happy to be waiting. When the light is out, nowhere to be found. I'll just close the door and go for a closer run, closer run, closer run.
We've made it to Tromso, and so far so good. It's snowy, there's clouds, there's sun. All the ingredients for some nice photographs. We've still got to get a car, get a hotel, get food, and we might make today's sunset if we're lucky. See what happens.
Closer run.
Little tip, always get your car hire before getting your baggage. Otherwise you're going to end up at the back of a massive queue. That's something I've learned over the years. Saves loads of time. So this is the fun part, trying to find our car. Now we know it's a Suzuki, but which one is it? Which one is it? You're gonna have to take the trolley. I can't do this. Please, please, please. Alright, I think it's gonna be this grey one.
I hope it's a blue one.
Ah, it's the girly one. Tromso, or Tromso. Tromso or Tromso, Tromso. First bit of driving in Tromso, and I drove down a footpath. Now we're getting on the road, there we go. Right, let's try and make it to the hotel in one piece.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
If you can follow me.
Thank you.
Here's the kitchen with a little dining area, and a bathroom, bedroom, and the living room.
So, been in Tromso all of 10 minutes, and my first impressions are how warm it is. God knows how many 100 miles above the Arctic Circle, and it's warm. It's not cold, it's warm. So, not sure what's going on there, Norway. Anyway, we're going to find coffee and then make a plan for sunset later on this afternoon. It's our first day here, so although we've had lots of tips and advice off followers on Facebook and lots of... Oh God, oh God! Right, so, found a little car park. Oh, I think it's a car park. No idea what that means. Look at this. Beautiful. Not really sure what I'm going to do with regards to a photograph though. It's a lovely sky. Oh wow, a lot going on. Do I go wide and get the whole fjord in with a nice sky? Or do I get the long lens out and perhaps just focus on either side? Probably both. Health and safety. Great! We are at the fjord now, at the water's edge. And there's like this little harbour thing, a few boats. All looks quite nice. I swear the sky is becoming a deeper and deeper shade of red. I'm sort of hoping I'm not on private property here. And I'm just going for a little wander. And I'm looking for anything that catches my eye. And we'll hopefully get... Oh, snowflake in the eye. We'll hopefully get a nice, colourful image here. Please excuse the rush, but we are just getting some magical light on the mountains over there. Seems to have come from nowhere, direct sunlight, bright red. This thing doesn't last for long, no filters, no time. So that bit of light is just lovely. I'm hoping it becomes more intense. You know, I don't know, I hope people appreciate just little splashes of light. It's coming back even stronger. Yeah, maybe I'm getting a bit too excited here, but I just love it when you get really warm light just splashing on a mountain. You've got dark clouds behind it. The whole thing, it usually makes it quite a strong image. I'm going to move on from this in a second and find some foreground interest and go for a wider shot, 'cause I think we should get a nice bit of colour going on. Let's see. Right. Someone's coming. I hope I'm not on private land. I have no idea, I can't read Norwegian. I'll just pretend I haven't seen them. Hide behind this rock. Yes. Wow, look at the colour in that sky. Amazing. I need some foreground and I need it now. Oh, I don't care if I'm on private land. I'm just not making eye contact. Right, there's a rock. There's a rock and it's got a little pool on it, a rock with a little pool and some colour in the sky. 21mm lens. Bosh. I'm going to see if I can make something of this rock pool. So we're getting nice reflections in it. Got the polarizer on. I've also got a 3-stop ND filter on because it's windy and that water just looks better when it's been softened a touch. And I've got a 2-stop graduated filter on because the rocks are so much darker than the snowy mountains and the bright sky. 2-second timer. 10-second exposure. Wow. Lovely sky. I mean, it's okay, it's fine, but God, the sky is what's doing it. It's all about the sky. It is all about the sky right now. Trying to find a foreground that fits in with that can be difficult. Right, I'm going to try on the other side of this little island, see what there is over there. But that is okay. Take a look. What do you reckon? Oh, the sky is getting better and better. Oh, it's quite deep as well. Oh, this is heartbreaking. Come on. Give me some good interest, Norway. Give me some good foreground interest. Oh, dear me. Didn't bring any wellies. Couldn't fit them in my suitcase. So, if I get my feet wet, I get my feet wet. But I'm not giving up. No way. Ah, you bugger. This is crazy. Right, try this. Bit of seaweed, nice colours on the water. Might just work. Come on. I'm at a spot here, just simple composition, water reflecting light. We've got a rock there which I'd rather not have, but it's there, so I'll just deal with it. Everything filter wise is the same. 10 seconds, F9. See, this is what happens when you don't plan. I didn't plan. I went to the hotel, got the car, said let's drive to this area. I'm sure there'll be something to photograph. And there was. I mean, did you see that sky and those mountains? We should have made such a better image. And we made a couple of nice ones. But right there, that those are the ingredients for something special. And unfortunately, we haven't got that today. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm happy. I've got a couple of nice images there. But maybe I'm just dissatisfied in myself because I wasn't there, ready, composed. Instead I was running around, hiding from people because I was scared I was on private land, getting my feet wet, falling over in snow, desperately fighting for an image with this lovely sky. Ah! Anyway, this is what it's all about. If it was easy, it'd be boring, wouldn't it? Well, my second day here in Arctic Norway, and I've come to a little beach. I think it's called Grotfjord, and it's this white sandy beach with blue seas and these lovely white mountains. First time here, so I don't really know what to look for, but the first thing that grabs my attention is this little mini estuary type thing. We've got this water that's flowing down this beach. We've got some lovely patterns in the sand. Everything here, the ingredients make for a fantastic photograph. Right, so I've got a setup. It's really windy, so I don't think I'll be pushing my luck with any kind of long exposure. I've gone for some CDs under my tripod feet, because my tripod was slowly but surely sinking into the sand, so my composition was just changing and changing and changing, and if I have an exposure longer than half a second or a second, it's going to be slightly soft. So whack a couple of CDs, one under each foot, and stops the tripod from sinking in the sand. With regards to filters, the scene's quite balanced, so just a polarizer, take some of those harsh reflections off the water, which works really well. It really darkens down the foreground a bit and reveals more of the detail in the sand. I'm on f9, which is my go-to aperture for a nice sharp image, and I have got an exposure of 2 seconds, which I think is pushing it a bit, because although I'm on CDs, I'm still conscious that it's windy and I might be sinking a little bit. But first impressions tell me that the image is nice and sharp. I'm really happy with this, and I'm going to move on and see if I can find a different composition. Just having a walk along the beach, see if I can find a different composition. Oh, look at the colour. Look at the colour. Phenomenal. We've got another stream here. It's bigger than the last one. We've got some nice houses over here. I'm keeping the 21mm lens on. I don't think I really want to go changing that now. Not if I want to capture this sky. Right, this is nice. We've got a river. I think we're going to have to get our feet wet. Right, let's do this before that colour goes. So at the minute, the sky is a lovely peachy colour, that's how I would describe it. Lovely peachy colour. We've got fantastic interest in the foreground, we've got frozen sand, we've got lots of lines and lots of patterns and texture. A nice background with the mountains and the sky. I'm always being very careful to just check I haven't knocked my focus. So important that that remains pin sharp. Lovely. so slippy here. So that was a success, I think. When you come to new places like this, it's not like you can go back to the same place again and again and again and know exactly what to expect. You have to explore, you have to play it by ear, and you have to shoot on depending on how the light's doing. That was phenomenal. The light was amazing. I definitely got a couple of really nice shots, so I'm really happy. I think running around like an idiot is going to be a theme of this trip. And you know what? That could be the best thing in the world. It could be the worst thing in the world. When it works, when you get an image that you're happy with, it's amazing. It feels like a sport. It's brilliant. When you're running around like an idiot and you don't get an image that you're happy with, you feel really depressed. And you know, not depressed, but you feel really frustrated. But this morning was a success. So now we're gonna get some brunch and we're gonna do some cross-country skiing, which has nothing to do with photography, but it's gonna be fun.
I like to move real close after waking up, mesmerized by your breathing, how you're holding up. Remember the
This is my first ever time on a pair of skis. It's easy. So it's snowing outside still. It's been snowing all day, and don't get me wrong, I love snow, but with the kind of photography that I'm doing here with the mountains and everything, it kind of spoils it a bit, and you can't see the mountains, so big landscapes are out of the question. However, I asked a question on Facebook if anybody could recommend places around Tromso to photograph, and this very, very kind Norwegian, I assume she's a Norwegian lady, called Lynn, sent me a Facebook message with a map with lots of locations on. And one of the locations is tagged old houses and horses. Sorry, old buildings and horses. So on a day like today, what better to go and photograph than old buildings and horses? And that is what we're going to do. Let's go. Right, we haven't reached the old houses or horses yet, or the old buildings, but I am parked on someone's driveway, so I'm going to be quick. I love this. Norway has these wonderful red buildings. They're everywhere. They're littered across the landscape. And in these conditions here, which are almost whiteout conditions, I mean not quite, but there's no colour in the landscape. It's all white, grey and blue. And then we've got this red house here. Just one red building. God. Oh, I'm sinking. Yeah, just this one red building on its own. And I'm going to frame it so that that red building is bang in the middle. And it really just stands out amongst this grey, white and blue landscape. Really simple, minimalist image. I'm going to try and shoot it at about a 60th of a second because I want to capture the snow. That's really what I want to get across. And I'm going to have to be quick because, like I said, I'm in someone's driveway. So f8, 1/60th of a second. I'm using auto exposure, and because the landscape is white with snow, I've dialed in a stop of exposure compensation, otherwise everything will be underexposed. And we've even got a little bird on the top as well. Yeah, it doesn't get much simpler than this for a composition. Straight horizontal lines, red house bang in the middle. Works for me, I love it. Might not be to everyone's taste, but I think it's cracking. Yes, found the old buildings. No horses though, what was I thinking? There's no horses here in winter, come on. Now this is the kind of location where I'd really like to spend a lot of time and do it very methodically. But I didn't bring my gloves. I'm parked in a bus stop. It's cold and it's snowing a little bit. and for all I know I could be in somebody's front garden. So I'm going to make this a quick one. Yeah, unfortunately I couldn't make an image out of those houses. They looked great, they were full of character and detail, but they were just surrounded by telegraph poles. The cars parked in a bus stop. I was worried I was on private land, all my gear was getting covered in snow. There was just no way I had time to really conjure up a nice image. So unfortunately, I think that's me done with Tromso. Next, I'm off to the island of Senja.
I like to move real close after waking